Hey everybody, this is Mike from Texsource, and today I'm going to attempt to get you over your fear of printing discharge. And how we're going to do that is first I created an art that is a Texsource logo, and I put a distress on it because distress is very forgiving. And the next thing is we're going to be printing this super discharge base. Now that is just a clear with no pigment whatsoever. Now we need to activate this with some activator powder, and we're going to put that in about 4%. So we'll mix that up, and then we're going to test some shirts. Fortunately, the good folks at Soft Shirts sent me a few shirts to try out with this discharge. And it's what I recommend you do is you vet all of the shirts you want to try to print discharge on to see how well they discharge. There's going to be some colors across the board in all brands that simply won't work at all depending on how they were dyed. But 100% cotton is a good place to start, and that's what these organic tees from Soft Shirt are. So let's get that ink mixed up. Okay, so I'm set up here with my scale, and I have the discharge base here and the activator powder. By the way, this is a Rutland product, which is now Avient, and we have about a dozen of these on clearance. So if you want to try, go to our website, find these on clearance before they're all gone, because I guarantee it's still good. So I'm not going to mix up that much. I have this little cup here, so I'm just going to drop it on my scale and go ahead and tear this out back to 0. Now I'm going to shoot for about 60 grams or so. Let's see what I can pour in here nice and easy like. Looks like we're a little over, we're almost to 70 grams. One little more drip here. And as you see, this is just real, it's clear and very thin. There's no color pigment, because when we actually go to print this, we just want to see how well the shirt discharges and get back to the original color of the cotton. We'll add pigment and go for it once we know the shirt will discharge. So I have exactly 70 grams, so I'm going to tear that out, and at 4%, 70 grams times 4% equals about 2.8 grams of this powder. So I'm going to go for 3. This scale just simply doesn't go down that far. You see, I'm just going to add a little bit in there. There's 2 already. Activator powder is pretty universal across all the brands. Okay, so there we have the 3 grams of activator powder. So now you're just going to want to mix this up. Once it's good and dissolved in there, we're going to literally just, you can set a loose lid on it, but we're going to let this sit for about 15 minutes. And then we're going to put it in the screen and print. So we'll let that sit and we'll come back. Okay, we've got the ink mixed up and it's been sitting for a few minutes, so it should be good to go. And I've got the screen all taped up, and we're going to do a test on this old scrap shirt. I just want to kind of get the ink flowing. And when you print discharge, you always want to flood right after and leave the screen in a flooded state. It goes without saying, with any water base or discharge, you should always be prepared to, once you first start printing, is to continue to print until the job is done. So Saying that, here's the scrap shirt. Not really worried about where this is going to go on, but I just want to get this discharge flowing in here. Normal off contact like you would do with everything. And then as you see, this was 70 grams, so it's just a small amount, just enough to do a few shirts here. But this is what you do, is you test your shirts before you commit to trying to discharge them. And over time, you'll build up a list of shirts that you feel comfortable with that you know will discharge. Like I said, there's some colors that just simply won't discharge well. So I'm just gonna flood this. It's very, very thin. I mean, it's watery, watery thin. So I'm just gonna hit this a couple times, like I said, just to get the ink flowing. And then I'm gonna leave a real heavy back flood, as much as I can. And it's very, very light, but you can almost see where this is just sort of making this shirt look a little wet. Like I said, I'm not even gonna worry about curing this shirt. We're gonna go straight to the soft shirts that we were sent. And I actually had this one from a project I did a long time ago. And so this is, I believe, it's pine. So this one has been collecting dust. I thought I would go ahead and print that one. And then I'm going to print this OD green, which is something I had never seen before. I know that they've added some colors to their line, and that was one that all of us were yelling out, OD green. Now, another thing with this is thin ink. You're not trying to drive it into the fabric. You want the discharge to lay on top. In fact, when this gets dry, if you turn the shirt inside out and you can see the ink that came all the way through, then you're putting way too much pressure. This is on a 230 mesh. We're not laying a lot down, and you could go with the lower mesh, but I wanted to hold the detail. So I'm just going to, I'm trying to lay it on top like we do as screen printers. So I'm just gonna hit it, nice little back flood, hit it again, and then that real thick back flood in between. Same scenario, this shirt just kind of looks wet, that's it. So I'm gonna sit this carefully over here. And now go for my new favorite color, this OD green here, and this large. So you'll see me wearing this, knock on wood if it works, right? If this doesn't work, you will not see this video, so there we have it. Another thing to keep really handy is a sprayer full of water and then some rags, because as soon as we get done printing this one, I'm not going to back flood, but I will spray water on a rag and wipe this out, because we're gonna take this same design and we're gonna have Caleb from up front mix up some of the Texsource green color, and we're going to print that on the charcoal so that we can see what the colored discharge looks like. So once again, just lay this on top. Now I'm not going to back flood because I want to pull that out of there. And yeah, you can barely see this. So I'm going to drag the camera over to the dryer, and then we're going to run these through and you'll see the results of the discharge. Okay, so I'm at the end of the dryer, and I'm going to go throw this first shirt in at the head of this dryer. Now note that we've only got about 3.5 foot of heat here, so we'll probably have to put it through twice. That's very typical unless you have a real long dryer. So we'll drop it in and let her come on down, and I'll go get the OD green one. And it didn't work, so you won't see the video. No, I'm just kidding. So this shirt's very moist, so we are going to send it through, but you see that before and after. It went back to this. And this shirt, like I said, you want to test the colors, and you can actually smell if some of the discharge is still in there. Here's the OD green, and I can tell by how it's kind of modeled that needs another trip down the dryer. So we're going to do that right now. So remember, in the end, as we get these down on their second trip down the dryer, remember in the end, we're just seeing what we have to deal with. Typically, you're going to have a pigment in here, and so the pigment will color the area that we just brought back to cotton. So there are times where I'll use just straight discharge on something like this because it looks really cool, and so you don't need a pigment. But we first want to see how well or what we're getting underneath this dye. And that's what makes this testing so important. And now I know, like, this OD green really comes back really just this off-white. So that is absolutely perfect. Whereas this pine, it's got more of a yellowish tint to it. So that's going to sort of curve what my expectations are when I actually put pigment and we print with pigment. You know that there could be a small color shift there. But both these shirts, no feel, they're going to be awesome regardless. So now it's time to go back and print the Texsource green with some pigment in it, and we'll see how well that turns out. Okay, we are back, and I have this screen cleaned out of all of just the discharge base and activator. And now we're going to go for this Pantone color, which is sort of the Texsource color. I think it's 320 Pantone. So this is a beautiful, beautiful color here. Now, what we're going to print on this time is a soft shirt that is a charcoal heather. And whenever you hear the word heather, it usually has some polyester, although the soft shirt is 100% cotton, so I expect it to discharge really well. So this has been activated and been sitting for about 10 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and go for it. Let me go ahead and get some of this ink out on the screen. And once again, I'll wanna print on a scrap piece first. And so we'll do that. It's the same shirt, I just ran it through the dryer to get it nice and dry. Okay, so you can kind of see this is, you can see it on here because this is gray. However, when we print this charcoal gray, it's going to be very subdued here. So let's start with that. Don't know how well the camera will do. It's probably going to make this look like it's a lot brighter than what it actually is, because see how bright this shirt is? But this is very subdued. You could barely read it. But we're behind the camera lights here, so it is, the camera's doing nice contrast on this. But in the end, we're going for that no feel that only discharge can produce. Okay, here goes the first shirt down the tunnel. Okay, the shirt's very, very moist, so I can still see that this needs another round, so we'll do that. The same on this extra large. The good thing about the cotton shirts is they can take the heat. Okay, so that, yes, that's completely cured, and it is very, very vibrant. That's beautiful. You're going to see me wearing this shirt. If you're going to do any shirt, make sure that you do the test with the clear discharge and you test all the colors, and if it works, then add it to your list of the dischargeable garments that you will print for your customers, and only stay within those bounds, and over time that'll expand. But start with the cottons and then start leaning into some of the cotton poly blends like the Next Level 6210.